Namaste, Galactic family. Welcome back to my channel, IndigoAngel. I know it has been a couple weeks since I've posted some super new content. So thank you for being patient with me as I have been somewhat under a reconfiguration. I've been getting hit very intensely with the 2222 higher humanity codes. These are radioactive nuclear gamma radiation waves. And essentially this is going to all of the separation within you to dismantle any programming that's not coming from the highest consciousness. And this is clearing space and density, and it clears everything within you that is no longer aligned to the new earth, to the highest timelines on the earth. And so many of us have split in the timelines. And I talked about this in my last Galactic energy update, where many people are riding that fifth dimensional timeline with the incapacities to see those that are riding the third dimensional timelines. And those in the third dimensional timelines are dipping down and having a more of a dissension experience. And they also cannot identify with those that are riding the higher timelines. There's also branches that are branching off in the 5D collectives where they are being incepted. They are the New World Order, the Cabal, the pleomorphic designed viral mutations that are the truest rulers of this planet, right? The unseen hierarchy. And this is beyond the Cabal. This is beyond the Illuminati. This is pleomorphic. So this is not even human. These are underlying collective hive minds that are controlling through the masses through inception. And so fear concepts are being incepted, and fear timelines are being incepted. Many who are riding those fifth dimensional timelines are being attacked and infiltrated highly right now with these inceptions. It's a tactic that really truly keeps you tied to the linear realities. And so a lot of people are unconscious to this inception, and this is coming through the mutated viral expression of the new outbreak of the new strain of the virus. Okay, there are fear timelines that are being incepted here. Okay, so we are dealing with a lot of fragmentations from Tiamat right now. This came up at the Uluru Gate on the winter solstice, that we access the first dimensional sphere in the planet, and essentially the collective is experiencing the dark mother templates. Okay, this is meant to be an Andromeda Starseed origin reading today, so I am just kind of going off right now. I haven't had a lot of time to talk about all this, so I'm kind of just recapping where I see the collective at this time, just to give you guys kind of a roundabout of how I'm perceiving what collectives are going through at this time. But this is meant to be an Andromeda and Starseed origin reading, and this star system, this Stargate, has come into its preemptive radial initiations in the templates in the universal tree of life, organic, planetary, and biohuman field biometrics, essentially. And so Andromeda is essentially aligning at this time. So we're opening up more portals, more passageways, new gateways. This came through the mother arc systems and the 60 frequencies of the Syrian radial templates. Okay, and so the Andromedan passageways, there's a lot playing out at the Andromedan gate at this time. So the last time that I had a chance to grid scan this gate site on the planet, what I seen was the Metatronic Wars are playing out at the Andromedan gate, okay? I've been seeing this over the last couple of days, the heightened energy formation over and throughout the Andromedan gate structures. I seen Metatron at this gate. On an angelic scale, as far as angelic ascension goes, Metatron represents the 12th gate. Metatron is essentially, in terms of what has been incepted into cosmic webs, he was written in to distort and draw beings away from the Yahweh system. So this is kind of something else that's happening on another level of the Metatron collective. But Metatron is still a very real collective that's existing on Earth today. And so there's many who are being initiated by this soul collective at this time. I keep seeing the lion be projected through. So you may be getting lion symbolism drawing you into the Metatron Collective. The Metatron Collective is also going through a major clearing at this time, okay? And this also has something to do with the star children on the planet, the actual crystal children, the rainbow children, especially. What I'm seeing is, well, there's in the Talmud of Zahara 3b, essentially Metatron is the teacher of prematurely dead children in paradise. Okay, so there is a clearing and a restoration that's going through the connection to the children in paradise. There's also people are essentially just going down different timelines at this time. And so multiple realities are running within the Metatron collective itself. And also what I was seeing with Andromeda is that they are working on time travel. So there is also an accelerated aspect to the Andromedan Starseed consciousness at this time. They begin working with more of the heightened, detailed experiences of time travel, but not in the ways that you might think. So I kind of want to get into this detail just a little bit as well. I also wanted to share with you guys everything I've been finding. So I'm going to kind of talk about some of the concepts and qualities of time. And it's helpful to have some foundational points to begin to define the expression in ways that time consciousness can present, flow, and create this traveling awareness within. Okay, guys, so I'm starting to channel some of the Andromedan consciousness. So I just tune my consciousness into the gate. I send a geometric symbolism or pattern directly to the Stargate itself. So, and you can do this at home. What you kind of want to have is you want to do a pineal induction. You can either do it with the tetragrammatron, because that would be the perfect geometry to send to the Andromedan gate. But essentially you can also do this with an octagonal shape is one that I've been working with a lot lately. But any symbolism that's already inducted to your pineal, or if you haven't inducted it to your pineal, you can run a quick pineal induction, and you can essentially get like a star finder on your phone and go outside and find where Andromeda is, stand directly pineal to Andromedan gate, and send that geometry from your pineal to the gate of Andromeda and bring it back, and just keep sending that back and forth. That's going to quickly attune you up to that gate site. Okay, and this is how I am seeing into how time travel is something that the Andromedans have somewhat perfected. And the concept may be difficult because time itself is an illusion in itself. Therefore, it makes it very difficult for one to fully grasp all aspects of this quality. Albert Einstein, right? I do believe he had some Andromedan in his chart. Essentially, he studied gravitational waves. So very much in the direction for defining time, the ripple and the waves and the fractal geometrics that are expanding and contracting within this fabric of time that these compounds reside in. Therefore, the gravitational waves are accurate in how they are simultaneous cycles within the ripples. These are colossal collaborations of interdimensional bending and spreading. Okay, slow expansion, just like if you throw a rock into a pond, those time waves, those ripples are the scalar waves. As they expand out, they come again to reemerge. time travel is something that the Andromedans are perfecting within their collective mind at this time. That's really stretching frequency from the 9D to the 10th D gates on the Earth. Okay, and so this is what the Andromedans are doing with this technology, is they're sustaining the immortality through the wave geometry, where simultaneous fractalization within the scalar waves that are rippling through the chosen timelines of planetary Akashic memory fields. And these are emerging back into the fabric because of the implosion of the traveling of the time wave is going in the same direction. So the Andromedans are essentially sustaining immortality through these ripple waves in time. They're also sustaining the fractal electrical fields of compression, and they're also tuning into the information from past and future time. And they're the keepers of this, okay? And there's a quantitative awareness through needed for traveling within the plasma, which is almost the same identical awareness as field compression, electrical field compression, where the electrical reality field compresses down. Okay, this has to do with geometric architecture and things of that nature. But essentially, so you could say that the Andromedans are heightened at this time because they are time traveling in the plasma. This is the point I'm trying to get to. I'm kind of rambling. They're time traveling in the plasma, and they're giving me the messages to say that this is fundamental for interdimensional time travel, is to understand how to travel within plasma. Okay, so this is coming through those higher humanity codes, those 222 nuclear radioactive codes. So essentially this is all coming up. So some of you may be feeling like you're time traveling. You may be feeling like past, present, and future are collapsing down. This may also present as a dark night of the soul experience or an ego death. You're shedding skin, you're re-emerging new skin. There is this shift into these new reality worlds. There's also been a shift into the womb worlds as well. So some of us have taken contracts and volunteered to go down into the 2D and the 1D to clear some darker planetary timelines that are running. Most of the masters, most of those who are able to go down to the lower dimensions to do this work. There are specific collectives within the Andromedan field that have been asked to do some of this work, to go down and clear some of these planetary timelines. And this requires Andromeda's gate connection through the Metatronic Collective to access these parts, to clear these dark mother templates that are fragmented into Tiamat, is what I'm seeing. So that's just some of the things that I'm seeing through the Andromedan gates. If you are an Andromedan Starseed, you may feel very connected to, obviously, the Andromeda M31 galaxy as your home origin, the portal structures within the Earth, the gateways, the transits, the Aurora Christus fields. You may find resonance in Alpharats, it's the brightest star, Merak, Almach as some of your home stargates and planetary bodies. Alpharats is said to share origins with the constellation of Pegasus. So I've been getting a lot of Pegasan, Pegnusian messages lately as well. Also Cassiopeans. So there's just a lot going on for Andromedans. We're going to go ahead and jump into the Starseed origin reading for this soul collective and see where the messages are on a human level and also on a galactic level. Okay, Andromedan Starseed, so we have the Two of Wands, and you're essentially leaving the old for new. You've had a huge transition in your reality lately, and the leaving of the old for new does not feel so good right now. Your human is really kicking into survival mode. you are connecting to the Andromedan gate, so you are having these higher influx of these higher humanity codes that are coming through. You are the new earth template. You do carry all of the seeds to the new future worlds, essentially, as an Andromedan starseed. But on a human level, in your human reality, there has been fluctuations of your ascension. So I'm picking up that things are just a little bit uneasy right now, a little ungrounded, a little unbalanced. It's almost as if the intermolecular structure has condensed down in its atomic number. And so there is some ascension symptoms. There is, having to be very careful with how you're treating yourself at this time, because just things are a little shaky. You're thinking more with your mind. You're not allowing spirit to essentially come in and guide you. There's a lot of stress at this time. 5 of Swords. So, you have had some distrustful things play out. I'm picking it up that it is in the relationship aspect, that you've had some surprise losses. Okay. And so you do feel that this is because of the intermolecular shift in the body, that the frequency has come down, and this has in turn affected your closest interpersonal relationship. So there is some quarrels and things that are taking place within the family and also within the intimate aspect of the relationship as well. Okay, so you're having to overcome a lot of inner demons at this time. You've recently, now this isn't a part of your normal state of being, but you've had more of a negative mindset. You've been battling for personal freedom, also collective freedom. You're disgusted with societal oligarchy. You're frustrated with your own personal challenges, but also the challenges that are going on within the world. And so you're really starting to see the fallen collectives, the control systems, the colonizations. You're really starting to see how everything plays its part, the falsehoods, the golden horses of greed, the Malak Melchizedek tribes. I mean, you're starting to see this on all levels, from our human experience to our spiritual experience. You've been seeing this for some time. This is not new news. But it's recently, because of the galactic shifts, this has been affecting the way that you think about yourself. And so this has been, it's been just pulling on your soul to try to simplify your reality at this time, because the plasma in your body is very heavy over your chakras. I'm seeing over, this may not apply to everybody, but the heart chakra especially, there's plasma swells and currents that seem to be generating in this portion of the energy field. I'm also seeing it up over the third eye as well. And it's a thicker plasma, so it feels like it's actually blocking your psychic visibility at this time. For you as an Andromedan, you really need to have freedom. You need to live simple. You're very non-materialistic. You would prefer to travel. You yourself are ascending to this galaxy and back. And so you're very protective of your emotional boundaries. You dislike being treated unfairly. So when these things come up, they do highly, affect your physical security and the safety that you feel. We have the Hierophant here, so I immediately feel Metatron coming through. Like I said, there are Metatronic Wars that are playing out at the Andromedan Gate. If there was any card in the tarot that would be Metatron, it would be the Hierophant. Okay, a strong patriarchal type spiritual figure. Okay, and I say patriarchal because it is a patriarchal spiritual aspect, essentially, that is fallen in some teachings, and in some teachings he's not. And in the 12D, we are reversing the polarity in the universal body. Okay, so Metatron is working to do some of these aspects. He's working to heal and repair the DNA. Andromedans, you're also working to repair the portals to other genetics at this time. You're repairing genetic damage. Okay, so you guys are the ones fighting the vaccines. You're fighting the genocide. You're assisting on the spiritual aspect of it and repairing the original damage, the original wars, the original viruses that have mutated and defined humanity. So you're here to heal all of that. And you're also here to work within the deepest levels of cellular repair. So that's why a lot of this is amping up, and why these higher nuclear atomic codes are coming through. These are coming through the Andromedan passageways at this time, as we leave our descent from the metagalactic core and enter closer into the intergalactic travel points and intersections of cosmic integration, synapses that connect to the Andromedan gates. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords. So I'm seeing the violet flame come through. Andromedans, you need to run the violet flame. This is actually seems on a collective level or on an intergalactic level. It seems that the violet flame is already halfway through the Andromeda Galactic core activation. So you might heavily just having this radial template already encoded to your blueprint, that you might be feeling these light wave infusions. You might be feeling these merging of the higher densities connected to the interstellar spirals to other stargates. Okay. You're feeling this interstellar Merkaba field spiral, and this is running from higher dimensional fields of Lyra. So you're really working with Lyra right now, integrating that. I also see the 13th Mother Aqua Gate neutron window opening up. Okay, I'm just getting downloads as I'm talking here with you guys, but essentially on a human level, this looks brutal. Okay, for you to be able to be achieving these spectrums of light infusion and integration, like I said, radio, nuclear, atomic codes right now, this is what you're receiving. This is sending your human into stress, chaos, density, depression, fear, splitting of timelines. Okay, I talked about this in my last energy update, that many right now are so split. There's half the collectives in 5D, half the collective, well, not half, but half of the conscious community is in 5D, and the other half of the conscious community has volunteered to take dissensions into the 2D right now. Okay, this is split through Andromeda as well. So half Andromedans may feel that you are riding 5D, half Andromedans right now feel that you are residing in 2D, 3D, 2D, and 1D because you volunteered to go down into the Dark Mother templates to heal fragmentations of Tiamat right now. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. And essentially this is splitting further and further apart. So whichever spectrum you're on, you can't see the other one, they can't see you. Okay, so this is causing a lot of mayhem for the human. We have the Tower here. Okay, so for many of you, that means that this is that moment where you have an ego death. This is that moment where you have a great judgment that you feel is casted upon you from your own higher self, even where you feel like a Saturn return has happened. So the Saturn comes, and the Saturn essentially returns to reprimand, or returns to essentially teach you a lesson. And so many are kind of going through that. Also the weight of the world of the world is kind of going through a collective Tower moment. So this is also being, received into the human biometric fields. You're really feeling like you need to pull away. You're starting to eliminate friends that just don't serve the timelines. So with these radio nuclear active gamma blasts, it's making you see falsities, and everybody everything where you weren't holding integrity inside yourself. You're really starting to be able to see this. And this is causing you to go deeper inward, okay? Taking more space for yourself, more healing. It's kind of like the cosmic rain is pouring on you right now. It feels like cosmic fire at this point, but it's going to turn into rain. There's been a lot of sacrifice, a lot of renunciation, seclusion, secrecy, inaction. So you're stagnant at the moment. It's very difficult for you to move forward at this time. This is taking a major, major toll on your human, I want to say the foundation. Had is reverberation, Netzat is eternity. And so it feels like the dissension, the reverse spiral, the antiparticle spin, that this is going further reverberating into the eternal body. And this is really shaking up the timelines as these split farther apart. So like I said, a tower moment for a lot of you. Something's coming to an end and there is attachment to things. It's very hard to let go. Very hard to let go at this time. You are attached to certain ideas, perceptions, realities that came with what you were living, and there is a reluctance to want to give that up. Okay? The universe is saying, trust me in this. Trust me in this process. Let go of the relationship. Let go of the job. Let go of the house. Let go of your worries. Let go and trust source. It's very hard to let go right now. You're really heavily in swords. We have 1, 2, 3 cards in swords, okay? This means the mental drain right now. It's like there's just all this pressure around the third eye. It's because the plasma is literally recrystallizing at this time. And it feels heavy. It feels very, very heavy. I see headaches. You have a headache that maybe go across the forehead, maybe go across the cheeks. Your sinuses may feel swollen. These are ascension symptoms. This is not sickness. Okay, 7 of Swords. Okay, you're trying to be resourceful. You're trying to work with what you have. You are using your energy resources, prioritizing your energy resources. Focusing on one thing at hand at a time. You are being, you're also trying to outsmart yourself. It's really asking you right now to just be present. Like you're really needing to slow down, be present with where you are, accept where you are, and allow yourself to integrate these new reality, these new higher humanity codes, because that's ultimately what you're doing here as a starseed. Okay, you are constantly on mission. You are constantly here to bring forth the galactic mission, the cosmic mission, the Christed mission, the higher humanity mission. Okay, and Source is really asking you to slow down, sit with the present energy, integrate this energy. So you're visualizing because you're a very protective starseed, you dislike watching people or other starseeds, other people on this planet, other communities, social networks, just people. You don't like seeing people being treated unfairly. And so you are already holding, because of this higher humanity and reencodement, everything that's happening. There's a strong force within you that is behind the social evolution and revolution. Okay? You don't like to be controlled, and this is not escapism, but you are choosing to, because of your Andromeda mission, you are choosing to be this force behind social evolution and revolution. So a lot of new beginnings, okay? A lot is falling away. This has to go. This has to clear. Everything that wasn't serving the mission has to go. It has to clear. If it's no longer in alignment to your highest timeline, if it's no longer in alignment to humanity's highest timeline, it has to go and shift. And so you are integrating these realizations. You are very, very, very much having crown chakra activations. Like I said, the violet flame, you are working with this flame. This is coming through the Andromedan gate at this time, okay? And you are at a much higher luminosity of the light, living light energy within your body right now. Okay, you're having to readjust because you haven't felt this high of radial templates in a while. So there's readjusting to, this is a new level ascension that's coming through, okay? This is a new generational cosmic wave gamma blast that is being sent from the Milky Way, that is being sent from Andromeda. And also I'm seeing the Triangulum galaxy, okay? So you are the ones that are clearing and pushing through and working through the Metatronic distortions, illusions, warfare, okay? And this simply means masters that are distorting teachings and ego, okay? This is what this means. You're exposing masters that are distorting teachings and ego, okay? Similar to Thoth. This is what these warfares are, but this is happening all individually, introspectively, within the colonization, within the social, social services, within all of the elements of society that create these warfares that humans cannot see because they can't see past linear thinking, right? So all of this is playing out. This is shifting, and we are entering into a new race, a new phase of consciousness on this earth, okay? And so it's going to have a lot more to do with the ascending spiral galaxy. Many are leaving this earth at this time to go to Andromeda to receive these codes. If you are not astrally able to do that, like I said, continue sending that geometric to the Stargate and back. Attune your consciousness, okay, to travel to the gate. All right. And yeah, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this Andromedan M31 Starseed origin reading. You can find my services at IndigoAngel222.com. Please feel free to join my Patreon, patreon.com/IndigoAngel. And I love you all so much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Namaste and have a beautiful everything.